Bayelsa State Governor Senator Doye Diri today officially defects from the PDP to join the All Progressives Congress APC. And crisis rocked the PDP as factional acting national chairman of the party, Muhammad Abdul Rahman, storms the premises of the party's head office in Abuja. Hello everyone, welcome to the program. This is Politics Today, live on Channels Television. I am Shoma Kimale here in Abuja. Let's cue straight to Bayelsa State, where we've seen the governor, Senator Doye Diri, officially defecting from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, to the All Progressives Congress, APC. The Vice President, Kashim Shettima, led top APC figures to Yenagoa, the capital of Bayelsa State, where the party national chairman for the governor's official welcome ceremony. Senator Godswill Akpabio led lawmakers while Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun, Ondo State Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa, Delta State Governor, Imo State Governor, and Akwa Ibom State Governor were also there in attendance. Party supporters trooped to the venue, waving flags and chanting slogans to celebrate Diri's entry into the APC. The event marks a major political shift in Bayelsa State, a state that has been a PDP state over the last few years. It's long considered a stronghold of the PDP, where former President Goodluck Jonathan is from. But let's take a listen to what exactly those leaders, the PDP governor who just defected, and the vice president to say.
I now give him this flag as a leader of the party in the state. He takes over as a leader of APC in Bayelsa State.
Yes.
Any concerning Bayelsa State, National Working Committee will contact Governor Diri. I will hold him responsible for APC in the state. Today you take over as a leader of our party in Bayelsa State. Welcome our leader in Bayelsa.
You see, it's not just Bayelsans alone. There are Ijaws from Delta State in their numbers who are here. There are Ijaws from Ondo State in their numbers here. There are Ijaws from Edo State in their numbers here. This defection is not a Bayelsa defection. It is his own nation defecting to APC. It's a party that gave us everything. We were happy with it until some attackers came into the PDP to destroy it. We tried all we could to salvage the PDP, but to no avail.
Well, from that rally on the very first day of the week in Bayelsa State to what has become a chaotic moment in the PDP head office in Abuja, a protest erupted earlier today at the National Secretariat of the party at the Wadata Plaza. Supporters of the factional acting national chairman, Muhammad Abdul Rahman, stormed the premises. The group, chanting solidarity songs, demanded that the National Working Committee, led by Umaru Damagum, to vacate the headquarters immediately.
Under my leadership as acting national chairman of our great party, I will do everything possible to make sure that we bring each and every one to discuss and understand why it's very important to put our hands together for the progress of this our great party and Nigeria at large. It's not a time for blaming each other. It's a time for all of us to come together for the progress of this party.
All right, that's the factional chairman of the PDP You remember what happened? The suspension and counter-suspension happened over the weekend after the judgment came on Friday, which has asked that the convention of the party should be suspended in the moment. And I have the judgment here, which I try to peruse the ratio and look at what exactly the court was saying. It does look like a well-detailed job from the court. But one person who is a major player within the PDP in Nigeria is the FCT minister, Mr. Wike, who is live for us here on the program tonight. FCT minister, thank you so much indeed for joining us.
Thank you very much, Sharon.
I appreciate it. There's been a major issue here in Nigeria, reaction towards President Donald Trump's statement about the killings of Christians. He described it as genocide. And he says that he has alerted the Department of War, according to what he is tagged it now, that they should prepare for an involvement, an engagement in Nigeria. What is your own view? Are you worried about a possibility of a Trump invasion of Nigeria?
Shem, thank you for this opportunity. In fact, I think you may have promoted this program today. Before I came in here, so many people were sending me texts. Oh, please, don't speak about Trump. Please, this and that and this. And I just laughed. I'm a Nigerian, a full-blooded Nigerian. I'm a Christian. My father is a pastor. My family are all Christians. I serve in this government. First of all, it's an indictment of my person as a Christian. It's an indictment of my family as Christians that a government that I'm serving, anybody will allege that that government is supporting genocide, killing of Christians, and then I'm still in that government. This is politics taken too far.
Is this politics?
This is politics taken too far.
What do you mean?
Yeah, now, let me just come. The Inspector General of Police is a Christian. The Director General of State Security Service is a Christian. Today, the Chief of Defense is a Christian. The former Chief of Defense was a Christian. Now, tell me how any right-thinking person will say that we are in this government. The Secretary to Government is a Christian. We sit in the government that will support the killing of our own people. That's why I say politics taking too far.
Is it Trump that is playing this politics, or who is playing?
I am coming. You see, there could be some misinformation or destruction. It's unfortunate. All I tell people is that nobody will be happy for the death of anybody, whether a Christian or a Muslim. No right-thinking person, no leader will say, I'm happy that Muslims are dying. I'm happy Christians are dying. I'm happy non-believers are dying. Nobody. Not the president I know. Not this president I know. I'm not talking about even the government now. It's just not possible. Not to come as an individual. Not this president I know, whose wife is a senior pastor, will shut his eyes and will not do anything that a particular religion is being eliminated. Certainly not.
Could complacency mean complicity? If things are happening,
Yeah.
and it might not be the fact that there is a genocide against Christians in Nigeria, but if Christians or Muslims or anyone at that is killed, because any life, whether any creed or any tribe or any religion, anybody that is killed is in Nigeria, and it's important. But the question is that Could the government have be serious about the issue of security?
Can we tell ourselves the simple truth? In every political era, you see things come up. Will you be candid to us and Nigerians that this government is not doing quite a lot in order to tame this insecurity or terrorism?
Is the government doing
terrorism? Of course, quite a lot. Quite a lot. In fact, as I speak to you, I don't know any government that has put in resources in taming terrorism as far as this government is concerned. I have said severally, and I want to say this clearly. We must know that this country belongs to all of us. We must know the existence of this country is for our own interest. What is the problem? I don't know where the Trump administration is getting the information. I don't want to. But all I'm saying is that nobody can say that this government is shutting its eyes to say that a particular religion is being alienated. A particular religion is being put as, it's not correct. And that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not happy that terrorists are killing our people. Terrorists are killing Christians. Terrorists are killing Muslims. Terrorists are killing non-believers. And the government has come and the president said, look, the president I know. In fact, one of the reasons why some of us supported him, when we were talking about Muslim ticket, we said, no, it is not this kind of person we know. They are track records. That is not an extremist. And that's why we were able to say, I'm marrying a Christian. How can you have a wife and children? And then you go and shut your eyes where they have been eliminated. That's why I say, is politics taking too far? The point is that I have always told everybody, in 2015, under Jonathan, people capitalized on these kind of things to take over power. It happened.
Is it that are you suggesting that opposition is fueling this?
It is very obvious, and I have said this. Now, the problem we have today is that by Mr. President's own nature of politics, you can see the collapse of the opposition.
People will blame you for it.
Well, I don't know how anybody will blame me.
We'll get there. Because you have been referred to as one of the caretakers of the death of the PDP. Undertakers.
I will reply to that when he comes. You know me very well, Shehu. Now, the point I'm making is that it will be difficult for anybody. There are so many undercurrents going on. The opposition today has seen that, look, the way it is, no party is ready, no party is prepared to challenge the president's return to power. Now, what do? Should we allow him to just go in like that without challenges? We must do something. And one of the best is to bring up such things that we can divide the country. That will make people to say, no, it will not accept this. And I said, look, this is politics taking too far.
Do you have evidence to the fact that it's opposition?
You don't need to tell me about evidence. I know
if you don't have the evidence, you can't lay claims that opposition is behind this.
Excuse me. Take for example.
Because this emerged from the Congress in America.
Yes. I have told you here that the way opposition works, it happened under Jonathan. For Christ's sake. Opposition used external forces to make sure Jonathan does not win the election. Are we not aware of that?
Is this a pathway or a war along the line towards 2027? Is this about 2027?
Everybody knows that. I don't need to be told. But it will be stupid of me not to know.
Minister,
the undercurrents going on.
Minister, let's look at it in this way. If you look at the north-central region of the country, you have Nasarawa, you have Benue, that is largely a Christian dominated state.
I agree with you.
You have some part of Kwara,
Yes.
that in the southern part of Kwara,
Yes.
Christian dominated.
Yes.
Some part of Kogi, Christian dominated.
Yes.
You look at Plateau State, Christian dominated.
Yes.
You look at Kaduna's southern Kaduna, Christian dominated.
Yes.
And these are the center point of banditry.
Yes.
Churches are being burned.
Yes.
And people are being killed.
Yes.
Would it be right to also say maybe those who are pushing the narrative to the Trump administration that Christians are being killed, because the domination of Christians in this community suggests that the majority of people that are being killed are Christians?
So I have told you here.
So this fact have been laid in that
Take, for
direction.
example, when Governor Tom was the governor, that was what happened in Benue State. Governor Tom was governor. Tinubu was not the president. When the Chibok girls were kidnapped and taken away, Jonathan was the president. So killings in Plateau, in Benue, it's not because Tinubu came into power. That's the point I'm trying to make. And you cannot say that the government under its leadership has not taken steps to see.
You don't think that this government is complacent?
It's not
If
complacent.
you look at the figures of the killings and the number of the casualties, the violence that I've seen in the last year.
So let me tell you, I don't need to be a Christian for me to feel bad that people are killed. I don't need to be a Muslim to feel bad that human beings are being slaughtered. Rather, I should say, as a human being, as a patriotic Nigerian, what do I do to support the government in making sure we stop these killings? It's not for me to capitalize that people are dying in Plateau. It's not for me to capitalize people are dying in Benue in order to take over the reins of governance. No, no, no.
So this is all about not allowing Tinubu to come back in 2027.
It is very clear.
But what about the people that are being killed?
No, that's what was told you here.
Is it possible that Trump genuinely wants to help Nigeria?
I have said I will support Trump in supporting Nigeria with technology in reducing our fight against terrorism. I will support any country that wants to prefer solution in supporting the Nigerian government to fight terrorism. After all, so many countries have done that in fighting terrorism. Take, for example, when you go to a Borno state, you have bombing in the city or this. Who knows? So person died. Is he a Christian? Is he a Muslim? Is he a non-believer? In 2011, when I was made a minister of state education, I traveled to Maiduguri. I was the first minister under that Boko Haram to go to Maiduguri. I visited a school. So immediately I left that school, that same day, that school was burnt down. The same day, that school was burnt down. Nobody should be happy. Nobody should bring politics to that a particular religion is
this government you're working in helpless? Are they able to solve this security problem?
They will solve the problem, and they are up to solving the problem, and they are doing that. You must give you see, terrorism is not like a conventional war. How many countries have been able to eliminate terrorism? Even with advanced technology, sophisticated weapons. You see what has been happening in Gaza. See, I believe, I'm not a spokesperson of the government. I'm not the Minister of Foreign Affairs. But I do know that Mr. President has the capacity to be able to convince his colleague, the President of America, no, what the information you're getting is not correct. And which he has released a statement to look, this is not our country. Right. And so people should know that we only have one country. The existence of this country is for our own benefit.
All right. Let's move away. I know it's a very touchy issue, but I think this is a time beyond our profession, beyond our ethos and our creed. This is a moment that we as a people need to stand together, not looking like you're supporting government or the opposition, but opposition, government, people, every Nigerian needs to come together. An invasion of Nigeria is not in the favor of any Nigerian. Yes, Nigeria need help, but if you go and look at what happened to Somalia, to Egypt, to Libya, after any invasion of any foreign forces, those countries are destabilized. This is the time that we need to come together and leave every kind of politics alone and unite as one and speak with one voice and help our country move forward. That being said, let's move to the reason why I called you over the weekend, because all fingers are pointing at you. When I heard the suspension and the counter suspension, I know, and there are people who say, this is Wike's handwriting here. Okay. And yeah, I saw today, PDP is literally emptied. There is no, it's like a shell. Yes. There is no spirit in it, no heart, no soul, again, in that party. You have been described as a caretaker to bury this party, this PDP. To what would you gain? You heard what Governor Diri said.
He said what?
He said you are, I mean, he didn't mention your name. But anybody who is discerning, we know that this is Wike being described here. That he said the reason why, one of the reasons he left the PDP is because the party could not be saved. Because there are some caretakers that are there to bury it.
Well, if I had what he said that they tried that there were people who came into the party undertakers. That's what I had said. I didn't just come into the party. I've been a member, a bona fide member from 1998. I ran election under PDP as chairman of council, one of the most lucrative local governments in Nigeria. You cannot be governor of Rivers State without my local government saying this is what is going to happen. 2 consecutive terms. 2 consecutive terms. From 1999. I became a governor. For 8 years, 2 times. Let me tell you. Remember, when Diri was in PDP, he was one of those who said, I'm working for APC to destroy PDP. He was the chairman of the zoning committee of the party. You remember, when he and Sheyi Makinde met in Lagos to say they are zoning for the South, he and Sheyi Makinde had a press conference and said, we will not join them to the gutter. They will not join them for to the gutter. The undertaker has now helped him to move to the party that the undertaker was paid. If we are to say, she did not come to me, Master, thank you.
How is he? How are you his master?
Oh, no. If you say I'm working for these people, now I have paved way to you to go there. You should pay me. You have helped me to see the road. My eyes are clear. My eyes were not clear before.
So you agree you are an undertaker?
No. What I'm saying. No. What I'm saying. Assuming, though not conceding. Assuming from his statement, you should not come to say, Mr. Thank you for making me to see the light I never saw before. I couldn't have been undertaker. You remember, when I was a governor, the government under Buhari then, our former president, everything was done to kill PDP. It was very clear. I stood firm. I said, no way. The party will not die. and we fought. Leadership is key to everything you are doing. Leadership. People give excuses. The man you people claimed that's working for APC to kill PDP is still in the PDP. And you people have run away now to join the party you start working for.
Everybody seems to have left the PDP for you. Are you happy now? Atiku left the party for you.
They have never been to the PDP. They have never been committed members. They are just people who are...
Someone who ran as a president.
Who?
Atiku Abubakar.
No. Atiku had no choice but to go. Because he wanted to use PDP, but knowing that I'm there, he cannot get that platform. Of course, he wouldn't have no way. You can't be using... You see, these are people who destroy the party. You remember, how many times has he left PDP and come back to PDP? How many times? So that we would divert attention. What I'm saying is that Diri has said he has left PDP. And one of the happiest persons today, to God be the glory, he appeared with Sheyi Makinde. I remember he saw the same channels when he said, people want to destroy PDP, will not allow them, nobody wants this party, this and that and that and that and that. We will not join them to fall to the gutter. We are not at their level. I agree. Who has fallen people to the gutter?
But error of commission or omission. Yes. Are you realizing that you are destroying the PDP?
No. Rather, they should praise me that I'm not alive in PDP.
The party is empty.
No, that's what I'm talking about, leadership. It's leadership. Why was it not empty when we were governors?
But you are fighting Umar Damagum.
No. You see, people like Umar Damagum should be in prison by now.
What has he committed? What offense has he committed?
I've never... You see, that's one thing you should know. You ask me, why did I support the man to be there?
You've supported, at least in the last 3...
No. Don't let me tell you, you get
you
it
supported Isecondos, you supported Yocha.
No.
You supported...
He was the deputy national chairman of the party when Ayu left. And by our constitution, deputy national chairman from the same zone, which is not, will now act as the national chairman. And I've said severally, one thing I'll continue to disagree with people is that keep to agreement, terms. I met with Bala. I met with Sheikh Makinde. We met with the governor of Adamawa, my brother, my friend, Fintri. We met with the national secretary. We met with them, and we all agreed that, look, that Damagu should continue until convention is being held. After about a month, Bala came up, I don't want this Damagu again. He's not respecting me, he's not following to my instruction. I said, what kind of politics are we playing? If there's anything like that, should you not sit down and say, look, we agreed on this last night. Now it's no longer possible.
Is it the Bauchi governor that said that?
Yes, he was there. I've said it severally. And that's one thing I disagree with people. I let anybody in this country today come out to say, I met with Wike. We agreed on this and this and that. Let him say he has kept to one. Let him say he has never deceived us. I have told people. That's what we agreed on. So when Bala said he can't leave, that's not what we agreed. The matter went to court. Damagu does not know whom the lawyer was to stabilize and keep Damagu. But you see, as a tax collector, you will always be... Damagu is a tax collector.
It doesn't work with FRS, does it?
No, it doesn't need to work with FRS. He's a complete political tax collector.
What do you mean by that?
No. You see, there are people naturally in their life. Inside they are. They think that money is everything in life. They think that they can never be steadfast. Let them go challenge me. Let him go to court and sue me and say, look, this was what the minister said about me. He knows he cannot.
Do you have evidence?
Oh, it's not about evidence. It is, I am the one.
You can allege a criminal offense. You know you're a lawyer. The last time you spoke, there's someone who has gone to court.
Nobody has.
No.
They told you they have gone to court. Yeah. Who has served me?
But they've sued channels.
They've sued channels. They should fight. I was one who said so.
That you defamed them.
No, they should sue me. They should sue me.
Tony Cole has gone to court. But we are in court because of what you said.
You have not told me. They should sue me. I'm the one who said. Channel didn't say so. I'm the one who said, sue me.
But our organization is a party.
No. What is a party? Why not write me to say, look, they have taken us to court. I will pay for the legal fee to defend you. Because I know what I've said is correct. Nobody can dispute it. Damagu cannot go to court tomorrow to challenge me.
What is his offense?
He's so corrupt.
Corruption?
Very, very corrupt.
How?
Very, very corrupt.
Did he collect money from you?
As I said, very, very. When I challenged Ayu that he took money in Lagos, has he gone to court? Has he gone to court? So I'm not talking.
Do you have evidence against that?
It's not for me to provide.
Because you have not said exactly what he did. Who did he collect money from? How much did he collect?
No. You are not the court of law.
No. We are having a conversation.
I have said so.
He will come to equity. Must come.
No.
If you are alleged.
I don't need to reveal. No. Let him go to court. That I have defended. He sued me. And then I'm not entitled to come to court. I say, yes, I said so. Yes, this is what he did. Yes, this is what he did. It does not show corruption.
Because you collected gifts? Or you took gifts?
Or
what's the nature of the corruption?
I'm saying that is why PDP cannot get it right. And I have shouted this severally. And people thought I was joking. You cannot say, I have never said, see what is going to happen to the party. If this is not done, I have shouted it, and people thought we were joking. Look, we cannot continue to allow impunity. It happened. And you should have known there are people who you cannot, for whatever reason, nothing will happen. You see, the problem today we're having in PDP is that the kind of money in the hands of the governors now is so much. And I praise the president for allowing so much money in the hands of states, which had never happened. But I was thinking this money should be put in the development of our states, not to use the money to scatter a party that has built you, to scatter a party that has, given you name. Today, where are we? You remember on Friday, the court judgment.
Justice Omotosho.
95 pages. Not handwritten, type. 95 pages. At time when you say you have the judgment.
I have the
and we make sure, do you know what we did? Because we have a lot of propagandists. We have a lot of them. Who have. They don't even know about the cases. They don't even know the subject matter. They don't even know what did they go to court to do. All you hear, internal affairs of the party. This is the judge did this. Supreme Court said this. You remember, you had Damagu on television. He says a financial judgment. Supreme Court has said this. Ask where did he read Supreme Court judgment one day? You had the judgment. Look at the contribution. Look at just from page 1 to page 95.
The prayers, the first, second prayers that the court responded to, relied on the congresses and the processes of the party that will lead up onto the convention. And the party, the court has made a very substantive statement and judgment to the effect that how the constitution of the party, the Electoral Act and the Constitution has to be obeyed, asking the umpire to ensure there is obeisance and there is a guided process, due diligence to the process according to the party constitution. And it's interesting that this has affected the party's convention in Oyo State.
So, Educate Nigerians since you have the judgment. What are the plaintiffs? What is the cause? Whom were they seeking against? What are the claims? What did you tell the court to answer? Look at the
original was talking about
what are they talking
the
about?
Processes, the interpretation of the party's constitution to the effect of the processes that will lead us up to
Nigerians. Look at the issues. What are the plaintiffs asking? Whom are they seeking the relief against?
There are plaintiffs.
Majorly.
It was against Independent National Electoral Commission, the PDP, Senator Anyanwu, Umar Bature, the organizing secretary.
What are they seeking?
They are seeking. So the first prayer is whether upon a proper interpretation of the provision, blah, 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 quoting the... No, because there are almost a paragraph. Just for a moment, sir. It says the fourth defendant in the exercise of his constitutional powers to monitor the organization
the
and
first
operation.
Defendant is who?
The fourth defendant is the INEC.
Beautiful. The second declaration they're asking for.
The second declaration is whether the defendant accept or give effect to the mandatory 21 days notice.
Listen, the Nigerians are listening to you. See, take it one by one. No. Read. This is the first question they are posed. This is the second. This is the third. Those questions are against who?
I am not a court of law, but if you want me to help your party, I will help your party. I will help your party. The second prayer to the court says, upon a proper interpretation of the provisions of section 223 sub 1A and 228 sub A and B of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, of the Electoral Act, and of the 14 of regulations and guidelines of political parties, that the fourth defendant, yes, but that the fourth defendant, which is INEC, is entitled to receive from the second defendant, accept or give effect to the mandatory 21 days notice for the purpose, its national convention, for the purpose of electing its officers of the party, executive committees, other governing bodies, or any other purpose scheduled to hold on November 15 and 16 November 2025, or any other date until the second defendant has certified all necessary conditions for the conduct of a democratic election for the election of its principal officers, members of his executive committee, and governing body.
The third one.
It's a long read.
Now, if there are 8 questions posed, they are asking the court that the first defendant, which is INEC, by their constitutional responsibility to uphold, to enthrone internal democracy, should INEC shut their eyes when things are not done in compliance with provisions of the Constitution, the Electoral Act, and their own INEC guideline. And then the second defendant, which is PDP, are them not allowed to obey their own Constitution before you now go to the reliefs. So that people will understand what are the plaintiffs seeking for? What are they asking? What is the subject matter of this suit? It's not for you to come out, Supreme Court has said, it's the internal affairs of the party. The plaintiffs are not seeking for about primaries. The plaintiffs are not saying who is the leader of the party, who are the officers of the party. Don't know what the plaintiffs are talking about.
You are a live bencher.
The plaintiffs are saying.
Just for a moment, sir. You are a live bencher. As a lawyer, are you worried about the interference or the dominant role that the court is playing in internal party affairs?
No, please. There's nothing like interference. All the parties, the plaintiffs are saying, court, should INEC refuse to carry out their constitutional responsibility? Court, should INEC refuse to carry out their responsibility in making sure that parties comply to the provisions of the Constitution, to the provisions of the Electoral Act, to the provisions of the INEC guideline, and their own Constitution? They are not asking about who are the candidates, who are the party officers. No, nobody's interested in that. All we are saying is, look, the law says for anything to happen, you must give INEC 21 days for you to have a convention. And by INEC guideline, that notice will be signed by the national chairman and the secretary, not either, and the secretary. If the chairman signs alone without the secretary, null and void. You must give date, you must give venue of where these things will take place.
And the party failed in all of this. There are breaches.
Look at it there.
But I know there is a senior advocate of Nigeria who is a legal advisor to the party.
Yes.
Who is advising the party?
That is why you are
the leadership of the
now
party.
Look at, if you read, well, you see, that's why people, you see, impunity is very bad. If you look at what happened in Ebonyi, when the even legal advisor wrote opinion to the National Working Committee, we cannot do this by law. Look at the judgment of court that said this and this. We cannot. They said, no, don't do that. Party is supreme. Legal advisor, a senior advocate, said, look, this is the opinion. They refuse.
But do you know what people are fingering in all of this? Is the
Yes.
fact that your man, Senator Anyanwu,
Yes.
that is at the center of all of this. He knows that the Constitution has empowered his office.
Yes.
And he's at the center of all of this.
Yes.
When they need him, he's unavailable.
What is
To
that?
come and sign, he's unavailable.
What is that?
Meeting is unavailable.
It's not correct.
And there are those who will say
Let me tell
this
you,
is a strategic
let me
orchestration to
tell you,
destroy the party.
I don't give a damn. I don't care about what anybody says. You see, when you have a problem at home, you know how to manage your home. Everybody knows how to manage his home. You don't need an outsider to come and say to you and your wife having a problem at home. You know you can walk. You must know that, look, I have a problem with my wife. Do I need an outsider? Please, you want your wife, you want your family to stabilize. As an opposition party, you don't bring unity. You don't do that for an opposition party to survive. You're not like a ruling party who can say, to hell, we're in government. Even at that, it has consequences. You don't do that.
You know the implication of this.
Yes.
Because there is expiration of this NWC at the end of November. The tenure in office it expires.
Yeah.
If this convention does not happen on the 15th and 16th, there is going to be a constitutional crisis in the PDP.
So what's my business? Am I in the leadership?
Are you not a member of the party?
Oh, but I'm not
Are
in
you
the
not a
leadership.
leader of the party?
No.
You're a leader of the party, aren't you?
No.
Have you stopped being a leader of the party?
No, sir. If I'm a leader in the party, they would have invited me to a meeting. I will provide my solution. I will provide my opinion. The governors are the ones. They are the alpha and omega. What they say will happen.
You know where I come from, they say that the witch cried today, the child dies in the morning.
Yes.
When they made an announcement about the convention, you made a statement. You said you were not consulted.
Yes.
And you made a promise that you
No,
are
but I told them that what you're doing is not right in law. And if you don't correct it, people will challenge it. And people have challenged it. And the court said it's correct. Why do you want to blame me for telling you to do the right thing? If I did not say so.
Governor Wike,
Yes.
are you happy
Yes.
that this, your PDP, is literally going to be buried right before your eyes?
No.
And this party is going to go into extinction.
Two things. I'm happy that we are fighting impunity. I'm not happy the party that gave me fame. I'm not happy that the party that made me what I am today is going to extinction. Why? Of people who do not understand. People who just came into the party. Who are those who just came into the party? Doyedri said those who came into the party. Maybe you do not understand that those who came into the party are people like Bala Muhammad. He was an APP. and joined PDP. Sheyi was not there. He joined PDP. We were the founding father. We were the people from 1998. And I ran as chairman of council. So I couldn't have come into the party. I started when the party was formed. Up to today. Even when I had everything to say, look, I'm going to leave. I said, no. I said, nobody would drive me out here. From the house I built, no way.
But you know the implication,
yes.
If the 15th and 16th of November convention does not hold in Ibadan, your party is in trouble.
I don't want to get to that level.
How do you rescue?
I don't want to get to.
Can you help?
Yes. Look, remember we had a meeting on Friday, and we said, look, we are still open for reconciliation. Let us work together. But what I will not take is people who are so arrogant that the resources is in their pocket. Yes, I agree. But it's not everybody that is moved by resources. People believe that, oh, except they speak, you cannot put people like us in your pocket. It's not possible. So it's not possible. He asks for your share, he knows. He asks how you identify your share, he knows. You must learn about people. You must know the characters you have, those who will accept certain things, and those who will not accept.
Who are the friends that you still have? Because everybody, you seem to have fallen out with a lot of people.
Good friend, what do you mean by friends?
I mean, Sheyi Makinde was your friend.
No, he was my political. No. We belong to the political, to not friendship. You see, people must always.
So Sheyi Makinde wasn't your friend?
No, we are all political friends, political associates.
But
and that no longer. That no law that said political associates must remain together.
So you are falling out with him?
I thought the issue of keeping PDP, obeying the rules of law, obeying, allowing the party to be what it's supposed to be.
There are those who think that it is because of those who are saying Sheyi Makinde could be the next president of Nigeria or the candidate of the PDP, that they say it is that ambition you are fighting. You are not happy with the possibility of Sheyi Makinde being the candidate of the PDP.
What is that? We're talking about fresh animal. You talk about crap. What is that? What do you mean by that? Not be happy for him to be a presidential candidate. I mean, let us not be. Let's not evilize.
You don't think his credential, his profile as a
no, it will be wrong. No, please.
And the potential of the engineer that he is capable.
No, please. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. See, it's not about being a PhD holder. It's not about being an engineer. It's not about being a lawyer. No, that's not it. The presidential candidate. It's not waking up in the morning, I want to be a presidential candidate. No. Some people just want to run to be president. At the end of the day, they become leader of the party. Are you telling me, okay, assuming you really want to be a presidential candidate, will you allow your party to have this kind of crisis?
As they were trying to save the party, they said you were.
No, how?
They said they were saving it, you were destroying it. They were saving it, you were destroying it.
Can I mention? Let anybody tell me which of them has contributed to PDP more than me, even up till now. Let any state say so.
But you know that this party may not be able to put up a candidate in Osun, in Ekiti, and in 2027.
Ask the governor of Osun, and then I can ask him. He came to see me, I told him.
That what?
What are you doing? Are you in danger? Are you still in danger? No, I don't like people who are not truthful and novel. Ask the governor of Osun, the dancing governor, ask him, when I never called him, do you see the implication? Do you see the danger you are running into? Ask him. What did he tell me? You know, that this spirit, as a governor, I can do it all. And that is what people have, you see, and that's what I try to do. I see what is happening, defections, this and that. Everybody believes that if you're a governor, you can do magic. Shehu, I was not a governor when I became a governor of the state. I resigned as a minister. I resigned as a minister to contest against a strong government of another party. So I won. So in 2019, the federal government came heavily against us. the federal government in 2019. All the paraphernalia of the youth power, I won. So in 2023, and I want to challenge any governor who has that capacity to do it. I told PDP I will support Tinubu. But we win the governorship, we win the assembly, another assembly. Try it as a governor. If you know you are very strong, run in another party, support Mr. President, and then deliver the House of Assembly, National Assembly, and the governorship to your own party.
Governor Wike, have you not betrayed the likes of Seyi Makinde, who you were in the G5 together?
Yes.
And there are those who said, we know what happened in that state.
Yes.
He worked for the APC in some way, helped the party won also.
No,
he did the same thing that you did.
No way.
He won his election. His party won in several other states.
But no, look at it. It's not the same thing.
Don't you think you need to have stood with him?
No.
Someone who stood with
you. See, let me tell you. When his senior brother died, I went with Autumn. I went with Governor Uba, former governor of Enugu. Autumn, former governor of Benue. Iba, former governor of Abia. I went with Senator Sandy Ono. I went with Senator Mayo Habunwa. When we went to pay him a condolence visit for the death of his senior brother, I told him, Seyi, the way you are going, you will destroy the party. The way you are going, it will not help us. You are my friend, you are my brother. Melembe.
What does that mean?
Calm down. Take it easy.
Melembe.
Take it easy.
But did he listen?
I'm not like that. Go for a
So if it's melembe, what is the opposite of it if it's not done?
Well, you see what it is. Look at the crisis now. Look at it. What do you want me to do? I have preferred as governor of former Enugu. Whether we sat down one day, sat with him, say, listen, the way we are going, let's not do this way. Let's walk this way. I have never, and I cannot betray, and nobody can say. He has also not told me he was running for president. Let it be clear now.
He never told you?
No, he has never told me that.
But the people who are asking him to run,
I don't know.
I've seen a lot of...
People ask everybody to run.
Well, but do you think he will be a good president?
Yeah, when he has not
on the platform of your party?
No, when he comes to tell me now, I should be able to say...
If Seyi Makinde gets a ticket, would you support him?
Let us get to convention first now. We're trying to say how we can let National Executive Committee, a working committee, before we now talk about the National Convention.
Quickly, Governor Wike, how does your party get out of this quagmire? This judgment has entrapped the party.
Yes.
It does look like we are now having factional leadership of the party.
No, it's not. It's not. You see, that's why I also tell you. You see, people are not intelligent. God gave judgment today. God said, you cannot issue notice of any meeting except the secretary of the party. Look at it, look at the function in your own constitution. On Saturday, you went and sat. Even though the court said, ought not to be members of this and this and that, you sat down and said, you suspended 4 principal officers, National Legal Advisor, a senior advocate of Nigeria, National Secretary, National Organizing Secretary, Deputy National Secretary. I gave the court judgment. You see, impunity, fine. The secretary issued notice of NWC, which is a primary duty. He issued notice, and the NWC met.
It's supposed to be at the instant of the chairman.
No, it's not
the
correct.
Secretary. That's what your constitution says.
Let them go.
That's what your constitution says.
Let them challenge it.
That the notices of meeting shall be issued by the secretary at the instant of the chairman.
That is a matter of evidence now. Whether did he tell me or didn't tell me, that's a different thing. He has issued notice, and they have had a meeting. And like I said, the level of corruption and incompetence of Damagu is so overwhelming. It's so overwhelming. You see, some people don't hide things. There are certain things you should hide. your incompetence is too much. It's too much. So
okay.
now, to help, like you said, and which I have always said, let's do the right thing. Remove ego. Stoop to conquer. Conan, gentlemen, ladies, see where we are. How do we move forward? But don't come and tell me, look at me, Minister of FCT. Diri and Shei went to Lagos, met, because they are governors, and start zoning things to their pocket. But now the same Diri has not.
But I'm hearing about 2 or more governors are leaving the PDP.
Why we say that is the point I'm making. In our own time, we faced stiff opposition from government. Come, who would have passed through what I passed? Which governor in this country today would have passed through what I suffered?
Governor Wike, just quickly, let me come to FCT in just about 2 minutes before we close. You traveled to the UAE and you took your sons. Is that right?
Well, what law said that my sons shouldn't travel?
Should you have taken your sons with the state money for state affairs,
can they
for official duties?
Let the FCT say where they paid 1 naira.
But should your children be involved in going with you to conferences, attending official events with you?
Master degree holders. I should not
this official them. Matter, should they?
What is official matter? Did they sign any document?
But was it a personal trip?
No, it doesn't need to be a personal trip. It doesn't need
an official trip.
What's wrong? So I can travel with anybody from the federal capital. I can travel with anybody in Nigeria. I have that right.
Why are you going around with your children?
Oh, come on. They have to know how Nigeria is. They have to learn about government. They have to know that the society...
Are you teaching them to be politicians?
No. That is not correct. Can I tell you? My first son is a lawyer. You know what I choose? He said, no, I'm not going to practice. I was angry. He said, no, I want to be a farmer. I said, what do you mean by this? He said, no, this is what I want to do. I said, okay, what do you do? He had gone for training in Spain. He's going for training in Lisbon. He's leaving this week to China to learn. My second son finished from King's College, master's degree, economics. I did his master's in management and technology change. You know what he tells me? I want to be on real estate. Fine. That's okay. You have to move to somewhere to learn. I am so happy that I have children who have given me comfort, who have not given me problems. Assuming there were some who were smoking, you would have said, oh, look at these children now. Who are they? That is the way you would have been happy. Yeah. That my children travel with me to learn, to see how the world is. And then you are saying that I travel with my children. I will not travel with my enemy's children.
Your critics are saying that road is not the only project a government needs to do. Human capital development.
Okay, thank you.
They said education, you need to pay attention to. You heard what Peter Obi said? Water, education.
He failed. Let me tell you, he failed. Are you not aware of the president that were doing a water satellite times in Kauru, Buhari, Karishi, and the other? I told you that we are now going to... In fact, when they brought me the list yesterday about education projects to flag off and commission, I told them that, look, I'm tired. Over 120 schools. You know, people just... See, if you don't do the road, they don't look at it. No road, nothing. You can't go to Abuja, there's no road. Now you have done the road. Oh, is it only road?
Minister.
At least let it be known that we have done something.
Minister, we are totally out of time. FCT Minister, yes, on Wike. Thank you so much indeed for your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
That's our show for today. Many thanks for watching. I'm Sean Kimberley. God bless Nigeria.